Hey, Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. Today we got a great Ask a Ninja from our YouTube channel, and they want to know how many pints per day are needed in a crawl space. So we're going to read the full question and stay tuned. If you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to crawl space encapsulation, dehumidification, and waterproofing. We hope you'll subscribe to our channel. Ring that notifications bell. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and check out our franchise opportunity and our DIY store. Okay, so this is from Jeff on YouTube. I have a 2,500 square foot crawl space in my new home that is by a lake in Virginia. Well, congratulations, Jeff. That sounds like a wonderful place to live. I had a company just recommend that I install 2 April Air E130s upon encapsulation. Could that be right? I thought that one E130 would be more than enough for a crawl space of that size. Is there any scenario in which you guys would install 2 E130s in a crawl space of that size? Great question, Jeff. And there are many factors involved when determining, how many dehumidifiers you need and ventilation and different things like that. But let me share with you what the 2022 current International Residential Building Code states about dehumidification in a crawl space. So dehumidifier size to provide 70 pints per day of moisture removal every 1,000 square feet of crawl space floor area. Okay, so if you've got a 2,500 square foot crawl space, you're going to need 175 pints per day. Is that about right? Okay, so that's the residential building code recommendation, but you live next to a lake. Okay, so Virginia's humid, you live next to a lake. If you got big trunk lines going through the middle of the crawl space, there's a possibility that if your crawl space is damp and flooding and you got a lot of issues. Another thing is that if they're not putting down vapor barrier properly, let's say that they're leaving soil exposed or they're not sealing the vents. Believe it or not, people actually will try to dehumidify the neighborhood. All these things are factors in how much moisture can be removed at once. Okay, so if you got a huge crawl space with huge trunk lines going through and it's sectioned off, you may need 4 E70s, for example, in a crawl space that size. Now, typically in a crawl space that size, we would probably go with 2 E100s. That would be probably the best scenario for your situation. But again, I haven't seen your home. I don't know, the scenario, the situation. All I know is that they're recommending 2 E130s. But here's something else to think about. 2 E100s, okay, that barely meet the mark are going to run all the time, right? So if your crawl space is 2,500 square feet, according to what residential building code says, you would need at least 2 E100s or an E100 and an E80, or some combination of 175 pints per day, right? So 2 E130s may seem like overkill, but the E130s could get that humidity down quicker so that they turn off more often and they use less energy versus getting dehumidifiers that are undersized and they have to run longer and in order to take care of the humidity. It would be like you installing an HVAC system that barely keeps it cool in the house, where you could install one that gets it cool really fast and then shuts off, and as long as your home is well insulated, it'll just hold that cool air a real long time and not have to come on for hours versus having to run hours. So keep that in mind too, Jeff. I hope that information helps with you all. I'm Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. We hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.